Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we're looking at something that is now quite old, is becoming more and more difficult to find, especially in a complete condition. We are looking at the 1975 release by Dennis Fisher from their TV tie-in series of board games. And this particular one we're looking at today is all based on the sci-fi television series The $6 Million Man. And The $6 Million Man was a science fiction adventure series. It aired from 1973 to 1978, so for 5 years. It was about a former astronaut, Colonel Steve Austin, who was portrayed by Lee Majors, and how he was injured in a NASA test flight crash, and is rebuilt using bionic replacements, hence the title of $6 Million Man, because that's what it cost to give him bionic implants. And obviously then he went on to become an agent for the OSI, the Office of Scientific Investigation. As I say, the series aired from 1973 to 1978. There was 5 seasons. So 102 episodes were produced, and 6 TV movies were produced. Very, very good program, very popular program at the time, and it also spawned a spin-off, which was The Bionic Woman, which starred Lindsay Wagner as Jamie Summers, who originally appeared in The $6 Million Man as Steve Austin's fiance, and she had a parachute accident and had bionic replacements, but ultimately she forgot who Steve Austin was. Anyway, that's another story. But this is the board game in front of us, and it says on the top there, Steve Austin rescues stranded astronaut. Steve Austin prevents nuclear blackmail attempt. Steve Austin knocks out international crime ring. Steve Austin locates underwater missile network. And it says The $6 Million Man, a game by Dennis Fisher. And you've got the Dennis Fisher logo on the right hand corner. And if I just lift the box up slightly, you can see you've got the Dennis Fisher logo on the left hand side there, and it says The $6 Million Man again there. If I turn the box to the end, you got the same again, Dennis Fisher, The $6 Million Man. And if I turn it round the other side, you got the same, the Dennis Fisher logo, $6 Million Man. It says made in England by Dennis Fisher Toys Limited, Thorpe Arts Trading Estate, Wetherby, LS 277BL, West Yorkshire. And if I just turn the box back to the end again, you got the same again, Dennis Fisher, The $6 Million Man. And as usual with these boxes, they're all blank on the bottom. There was never anything on the bottom of the boxes. Okay, so that is the box. Without further ado then, let's open the box up and let's look at the contents. Okay, so I've removed the contents from the box, and this is what we got. So we've got a whole pile of $6 Million Man cards here, which are all power cards. And as far as I can see, they all appear to be the same. So you've got all that big pile of cards. You've got 4 player pieces. So you've got red, green, yellow and blue, all with images of Steve Austin running on both sides of the board, and you've got the game spinner, as well as the game instructions. Okay, so it says rules for the $6 Million Man game, 2 to 4 players. Okay, it says the object of the game. Each player controls a bionic man, but only one is the real $6 Million Man. The first player to complete his 4 assignments is the real $6 Million Man and wins the game. So the equipment, so you've got 4 bases of markers, which we've seen, the power cards, we've seen that, computer spinner, we've seen that, and the board. It's setting up. Each player selects a marker and inserts it in a base. All markers are placed on start assignment 1. Where is start assignment 1? Somewhere on there is start assignment 1. Okay, that is interesting. Start assignment 1. Which is this one here. Okay, so there, interesting. Okay, each player is given 8 power cards. The remainder of the pack is placed in the computer spinner. Power cards give you energy. You must always possess at least 1 card. If you run out of cards, you must lose 1 turn and collect 2 cards. Playing the game. The player spinning the highest number goes first. Play continues in a clockwise direction. At each turn, a player may do one of the following: spin the computer spinner and move his marker that number of spaces, or skip a turn and collect 2 power cards, or place any number of power cards and move his marker that number of spaces. Play 5 power cards and move 5 spaces, for example. The player must follow direction on the space in which his marker lands. Power symbol, take 1 power card. Bionic malfunction, restart at assignment 2. Move back to start of assignment 2. Arrow, on next turn, spin and move backwards. Follow directions for space on which your marker lands. E.g., while moving backwards, a player lands on a power symbol. The player immediately takes 1 power card. Assignment. Each assignment is made up of a series of events in which a player may have to lose a turn or give up power cards. When a player lands on a space where he must make a choice, he must announce his choice at the beginning of his next turn. If the player decides to give up 2 power cards, he returns the cards to the computer spinner and takes his turn. A player must stop on the last space of each assignment regardless of additional counts on the spinner. On his next turn, the player has 1 chance to spin the number or a higher number necessary to complete the assignment. If the player is successful, he moves his marker directly to the next assignment. If the player does not complete his assignment, he must give up 1 power card and wait until his next turn to try again. If he is not successful on the second turn, he must give up another power card and wait until his third turn to move on. On the third attempt, the player spins and moves his marker directly to the next assignment. If he spins less than the number needed to complete the assignment, he must give up another power card. The Bionic battle. The battle takes place when a player lands on a space which is occupied by another player. Both players must spin once. The player spinning the highest number wins the battle. The winner takes 1 power card from his opponent and moves his marker forward the number of spaces indicated on the spinner. If 2 players occupy an end of assignment space, they both spin once. The player who spins the highest number wins the battle. If he spins a number high enough to complete the assignment, he takes 1 power card from his opponent and then moves to the next assignment. If he spins a number lower than that necessary to complete the assignment, he takes 1 power card from the opponent and spins again. If this attempt is unsuccessful, he must move back the number of spaces indicated by the spinner. If both players spin the same number during a Bionic battle, both players lose a power card and spin again. Winning the game. The first player to complete the 4th assignment is the real $6 million man. There we go. It's quite a basic game, actually. There's nothing too complicated about it. So you play this assignment number 1 first. You follow around, and then you move on to assignment number 2, assignment number 3, and then assignment number 4. So very, very basic game. Nothing overly complicated about it. It's quite a simple game to play. So the question being, how well did this game do back in 1975? Well, you've got to remember, back in 1975, the $6 Million Man was a big, big thing. It was probably one of the most popular television shows, or shows on television. It was on once a week, 5 seasons produced, and it was incredibly popular. There was a whole series of things produced for the $6 Million Man, action figures, and then there was the rocket, the blow up out tent assignment center. There was the Oscar Goldman figures, the Muscatron figures. Oh, there was so much merchandise produced for $6 Million Man, and it was very, very popular, very big seller. And obviously everyone got jumped on the bandwagon. Dennis Fisher produced this game. which was also incredibly popular. Also back in the 1970s, there was no such thing as video recorders or live streaming, DVDs, Sky TV, nothing like that existed. That technology wasn't around back then. So in order for us to continue to enjoy our favourite television programmes, it was things like the board games, the action figures, the annuals, books, that kind of thing that kept us amused by our favourite TV series. Also good marketing for the programme because it kept it in the public's eye. So the TV series continued to get promotion by people buying the product, so it worked all the way around. So yeah, it was a very, very popular thing. And this particular game, Dennis Fisher sold, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands and thousands, I should say. It was a very, very popular game for a very, very popular television series. So yeah, they've done very, very well with this particular game. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but I can tell you it was very, very popular. Okay, moving forward. We're moving forward 50 years from 1975 now to 2025. I can't believe it's been 50 years actually since we used to sit down and watch this on a Thursday evening, but there we are. So do these games come up very often on the platforms? Now this is one of the games that does appear quite regularly on the platforms, obviously in various different degrees of completeness. You do find a lot of them on the internet, on the platforms. Usually find that they're advertised as complete, but do double check because there should be the right number of cards in there. I mean, there's not a lot to lose in this particular game, to be perfectly honest with you. There's only 4 playing pieces, the spinner and the cards. But obviously quite a few of them are short on the cards, so just be a little bit careful if you are going to buy on the platform. But they do come up fairly regularly. Most of the time they're all complete, just as this one is. This one is in absolutely fantastic condition. The box does have some tape marks on the edges where it's been taped closed at some point. I don't understand why, but other than that, the box, the pieces and the cards are all almost pristine, so they're in absolutely fantastic condition. But you can find them quite easily on the platforms, as just like this one is in very, very good condition. The only thing I'll say is order it on the platforms. Be careful because what you see is not always what you get. So if it's advertising as used, do click the used icon to read the condition report, because it may be different to what you can see on the images. Alternatively, we at Midas Touch, we have managed to find 3 or 4 of these board games, all in fantastic near mint condition, and they are all currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage $6 Million Man items and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that, there's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website, and there will be something for everybody. And I'm absolutely positive that this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long-lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful old Dennis Fisher $6 Million Man board game with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So bye for now.